Hello friends, we're gonna have a super chatty video today because really I just want to tell you a story. Okay, if you've been around and watching my content lately, then you know that I've started selling on a few platforms that are not just TPT. And I have nothing against TPT. I love TPT. TPT and I are great, but I wanted to try to diversify a little bit. I wanted to have some other options and just kind of see how it goes. And really my biggest thing was I'm already making these products, so if I put them on other places, I might be able to benefit from their traffic as well. Okay. So I've been doing this. I started, it was like December 28th is when I opened all the stores, and today I'm filming this is May 2nd. So it has been a full 4 months plus a couple days that I have been doing this, and I have been posting products, not as fast as I wanted to, but I have been posting them onto these different stores. So they've been going very slowly, like even slower than I was anticipating. I knew it was going to be very slow going, but it's been even slower than I thought. And specifically, one store I had not made a single sale on at all, and that was Classful. Hadn't made absolutely nothing so far. It's also my least favorite to, like, I have the door open so the dogs can like run in and out to keep Nyla occupied, but it's really windy outside, so it keeps like slamming open. Anyway, so I have this Classful store. It's not making any money. It's also my least favorite platform to upload things on because it's not my favorite at the moment. Maybe it'll change at some point. But I hadn't made any sales at all. Yesterday, I got an email from Classful that said that I made a sale, and y'all, I was so excited about the sale. And not only was it a sale, but it wasn't even like just a $2 resource. It was like someone bought 3 things, so it was like $12. And I was like, heck yes, I just made $12. This is amazing. And I was like super pumped. So as one does, I go and tell my husband, and my husband was like, oh, that's cool. How much money did you make on TPT today? And so I get on my phone and I look my TPT up, and I made $500 on TPT. I think technically it was $499 point something, but I feel like we can round that up to 500 if it's, you know, within a couple cents. So $500 that I made yesterday on TPT. No, I'm not telling you this. I never tell you money to make anyone like feel bad or be like, oh, look at me, I'm so cool, I made money. The reason I'm telling you this is because I've been working on TPT for years, and my TPT store has products in it, lots of products in it. It has YouTube videos, and it has blog posts driving traffic to it. I do Pinterest, I do all these things, and I put hours and hours and hours and hours and hours into my TPT store. I have put so much work into it for years. And because I put the work in and I did all the things, I'm now to the point, years later, with all these systems in place, where I can make $500 in a day, when technically I don't think I worked at all yesterday. I did like a little bit of Instagram, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but I didn't actually like put in any actual hours of work yesterday, because I've done all the work for years to put all these things in place so that that can happen. I have the products so people can search for them. I, you know, make sure my listings look good so that people want to click on them and want to purchase them. I have Pinterest and YouTube and my blog all sending traffic to my TPT shop, and all these things that I've kind of put in place over years make it so that my store can do well today. So if you are where I am with Classful and it's been a few months, maybe you've put in more work than you thought it was going to be. Maybe your returns are even less than you think they're going to be. This is your reminder that good things take time. And if you want to get to the place where your store, where your TPT store or your YouTube channel or your blog or your Instagram page or whatever, where your whatever is doing the things you want it to do, you have to put in the work on the onset. It's not, oh, it's been 4 months and nothing's happening, so I'm just gonna give up. It's been 4 months, I need to keep going. I need to put these things in place and work towards what I actually want so that I can have it. This is especially interesting because I did, you know, a video about my first 3 months, my first quarter on these other platforms. And honestly, I was kind of thinking like, it's been 3 months. And so I feel like I should have some sort of feel of which ones are gonna work and which ones aren't gonna work. That sale came yesterday, but not just that the sale came yesterday. The sale was on products that I uploaded on Sunday. The reason I tell you that is because if I had quit after 3 months and been like, oh, it's been 3 months, that's a pretty, I mean, that's a decent amount of time. 3 months, right? It's been 3 months, nothing is happening, I'm just gonna, you know, give up. I wouldn't have made that $12 because those products didn't sell until I posted them on Sunday and I sold them on Monday. And if I had quit on Saturday, that sale wouldn't have happened. And now, is $12 going to like change my life? No, but it can be the start of something, and it can kind of help get that ball rolling, and it can be the first of many. And I don't know because I can't tell the future. So, you know, this might be the only sale that I ever make on Classful. I have no earthly idea. But if I quit now, I know I'm not gonna be making sales. So in order to get to the place where this store is making some money, is doing the things I want it to do, I have to put the things in place and I have to put the work in order to get that return out. So if you're starting TPT and it's feeling very slow and it's feeling like you're not moving forward and it's feeling like you're doing this work and you have nothing to show for it, it's probably just getting ready. It's kind of like when you grow a plant and you have like a seed, and you know how like the kindergartners, they always do like the little, like the lima bean, and they put like a wet paper towel and they put it in like a plastic bag. They do that so that the kids can see the roots forming and so that they can see like how it grows, because otherwise you don't see that. Normally that's the part that's under the ground and you don't see, oh, the seed sprouted. You don't see, oh, the seed is having roots now. You don't see all that work that the seed is going through until the plant comes up through the ground. So right now, as you're in the early stages of, I'm getting my business started, I'm making my first few products, I'm a few months in, I'm doing, you know, this, that, and the other, you're probably doing a lot of work like that seed is underneath the ground. And you don't have anything to show for it yet. But you will if you keep working. If that seed doesn't get any water and it's just gonna stop growing, it's not gonna continue and it's not gonna sprout, because it needs the water to continue the process of growing to have the results. So if you're in that like under the ground phase right now, make sure you continue to water and put the effort in so that your plant can sprout, because your business will never sprout. I can't guarantee that you're gonna make a certain amount of money. I can't guarantee that your business is gonna, you know, do wildly well. I can't guarantee any of those things, but I can guarantee that if you quit, it's not ever gonna do what you need it to do. Because if you don't put the time in, it won't be able to sprout and it won't be able to do what you want it to do, because you're not providing it with what it needs. So my decision on all of these different platforms that I've started, and what I would suggest to you, is I am fully dedicated for a year. I decided for a whole 12 months, I'm gonna be posting products. My original goal was 2 product lines per month. I'm not quite there, but I'm hoping to do more in May, June, and July. So hopefully I can kind of catch up. And like posting all the products. continually and making sure that I'm like doing those things so that those stores can grow for a year. Like I'm truly like, I'm committing for a year. I'm doing all of them for a year. And at the end of the year, when we get to December, I'll look at them and I'll kind of decide, all right, is that worth spending my time on or not? Because, you know, it might not be and it might be, I don't know. So that's kind of my situation right now, is I'm spending a full year and then I'm deciding where they're going. Because if I had been like, oh, I'll spend 3 months and then decide, I would have quit Classful already. Would have made that $12. No, $12, again, it's not gonna change my life. I only pay myself a percentage of that anyway, so I would get what, I think after they took their cut and then my business and like taxes and everything get sorted, I think I'd have $6. That's like a Coke in Disney World. But still, it's, you know, hopefully it's the start of something that's going to continue, and I don't know yet because it hasn't happened, and hopefully it will, and we'll see. And I'm going to give it 12 months to see if it does work. I've been watching a lot of Ali Abdal's videos. I love him. And he is even more with this. He says if you're creating a like content-based business, so like blogs, YouTube, podcast, that kind of stuff, he says you should spend 2 full years on it, expecting to make nothing before you even like bother really even trying to make money out of it. I'm hoping that you get some money out of it sooner, especially since we're talking TPT and not just content. But give it a full year and actually try. And if you've given it a year, but you haven't actually tried, then give it another year and actually try. Actually treat it like it's gonna make money. Because to be honest, I spend the same amount of time now on my business as I did 5 years ago and 4 years ago and 3 years ago, but I make a lot more money now because I have all those hours from back then that now I already have things in place that are making me money. And so I do continue to work in it, but I had to, you know, 5 years ago when I was making the $12 or even less, I think I made like 7 my first month and like 9 the next month or something like that. When I was making $7 and $9, I had to go ahead and treat it like a business that was making me $500 a day. It was making me thousands every month. Because otherwise it wasn't going to get to that point. I had to put in that time then so that it could grow to be that. So think about where you want your business to be, how you want your business to treat you, and then treat it the way you want to be treated from it. Okay? Okay. If you're fine with, you know, a couple $100s a month, then yeah, spend a couple hours. Don't worry about it too much. But if you want like real income, treat it like you want real income. Obviously you probably can't spend 8 hours a day on it. I can't either, but treat it like it's that important. All right, well, you asked for a motivation video and I think I just nailed it. For like weeks, for weeks I've been like, I don't know what to say about motivation, and now we got it. So this is especially important because the summer slowdown is coming. My sales tend to go down in April, down in May, and way down in June. So your yearly reminder not to expect really anything over the summer because it's gonna be sad. But you can do the things on your end in order to make sure that your business is ready when it starts picking up again. So I would love any video ideas that you have down below in the comments, or you can message them to me at becca.e.davis. And sorry if that was a little bit too real. Hopefully it gave you the little kick in the butt that you needed. I was raised by a preacher. Comes out every once in a while. Okay, bye.